My name is Matt Berry. First, I'd like to make a disclaimer. I have a short position in China-Biotics. I will profit if the price of the stock goes down. Everyone should do their own due diligence. Everyone should take responsibility for their own investments. I would like to explain why I took a short position in China-Biotics. My case. China-Biotics 2009 revenue is $70 million off. Companies in China must submit their audited financial statements to the State Administration for Industry and Commerce. For China-Biotics, its number one subsidiary is in Shanghai, and therefore it submits its documents to the Shanghai Administration for Industry and Commerce. Total revenue for 2009 as claimed in China was approximately $530,000. For the same time period, China-Biotics claimed a revenue of over $71 million in its SEC filings. This is a difference of more than $70 million. As I said, we have one operating subsidiary in China named Shanghai Shining Biotechnology. The other relevant subsidiary during this time period is Growing Bioengineering. However, its facility in Qingpu did not begin operations until February of 2010. However, if we considered Shanghai Shining's flagship product, Shining Essence, and didn't consider any other facilities, any other subsidiaries, we're just looking at this one product, its revenue alone dwarfs what was claimed in China by a significant degree. We're looking at the 2010 10K here. We launched Shining Essence in Shanghai in April 2001, and it's currently our best-selling product. Sales of Shining Essence represent approximately 29% of our total sales for the year ended March 31st, 2010. 40% for the year ended March 31st, 2009. Now, in China, the reporting period, ironically, is from January to December, which is a Western calendar year. And however, in the United States, they're opting for a fiscal year that ends in March. So if I took the 29% and the 40%, we would need to arrive at a number somewhere in between there to get a correct percentage for the 2009 income statement. However, what we're going to do is we're just going to take 29% and we're going to give China-Biotics the best footing possible and work with that. If we took Shining Essence sales alone, we don't even need to worry about whether or not there are any other subsidiaries or facilities earning revenue. Just Shining Essence alone would be over $20 million USD. More. A little bit more than the $530,000 USD. That's like a 40-to-1 ratio. Here we're looking at the Shanghai Shining income statement. First thing we want to look at here, the red arrows are mine, of course. Right here we're working with the Chinese currency. Okay. And right here we've got the Shanghai Shining official seal on the document. I received two income statements with the documents. And here's the other one. You'll notice that this is a much cleaner version. It may be the source for which this is a copy, but I'm not sure. What's important to us right now is the question of whether or not these two are identical, and they are. Here we're looking at this top line here. We're going to look at 3,440,950.61. I'm going to go to the previous document, and we've got the same number. 3,440,950.61. Go ahead and choose a number at random. Remember its location, or you've got the item numbers here. Just choose one number at random and we'll help verify this. We have a match. These are identical documents, and what we want to do from here is verify whether or not this belongs to China-Biotics' number one subsidiary in China, Shanghai Shining. Okay. This is the official website to Shanghai Shining. You might notice the mascot here. Many people who have done their due diligence online have seen this mascot. It's on the products. What we're concerned with here is the official website and the name of the company at the top of the home page right here. This represents Shanghai Double Gold Biotechnology. I took that web page and I had the Adobe Reader in the background with the documents received from the Shanghai Administration for Industry and Commerce, and then I took a screenshot, just cut it right out. Here's the company name, and here's the name on the income statement. We've got Shanghai Double Gold Biotechnology, and then Company Limited. We have a match. We are looking at the official document from Shanghai Shining. This is a photo from the entrance to the Shanghai Shining facility in Pudong. We've got the logo here. Shanghai Shining written fortunately in English for us, and we've got Shanghai Double Gold Biotechnology, and we're looking at the same numbers. This is the statement for Shanghai Shining. With the documents I received, there was an introduction, and in the beginning here we're looking at the company in question, China-Biotics subsidiary again, Shanghai Shining Biotechnology, which we've already covered. And this document is also retrieved from the State Administration for Industry and Commerce, and so that's what we've got here. We've got the stamp right here, we've got their name and title here, and right here this is telling us that this is from the official government agency. I took those Chinese characters and I plugged them right into the Google Translator. Alright, I took the stamp here and plugged it in, and I took this official set of Chinese characters here and plugged them in. Okay, we come up with Pudong New Area, Shanghai Branch of Industrial and Commercial Administration Bureau. Not a perfect match, but this is a Google Translator. It's a machine, and it's going to take these in pieces and they just throw them together. We got Pudong area here. Pudong is actually at the end. The stamp is missing this symbol here, which means city, that I've learned from previous research. Okay. So we just got Shanghai Industry, and I'm going to nail this one down. Here's the official website. Okay, here's a government website in China for the Shanghai Administration for Industry and Commerce. Fortunately, we've got one in English. Okay. There's a corresponding government website in Chinese, and I'm going to match those up. Notice that I've got sgs.gov.cn. I've got the same here. We're looking at government websites. I took two browsers, stacked them on top of each other, Adobe Reader again with the documents received from the Shanghai Administration for Industry and Commerce in the foreground. Looking at the Chinese characters here, we can match them up. We have, excuse me, I'm looking at the wrong one. That's Shanghai Shining. We've got Shanghai, Shanghai, City, City, and very simple character, looks like I. We're matching things up. We're looking at the Shanghai Administration for Industry and Commerce. We are looking at a document retrieved through that system. Now we're back to the income statement. And the reason we know it's an income statement is because we can take these characters here using a Chinese radical dictionary, and then we can turn them into a digital form, plug them into the Google Translator, all right? Hit the button, we got income statement. Took this one right here, plugged it in, got one total revenue. This is one, meaning of course item one, got 1, 2, but what we're concerned right now with is total revenue. Take this one, plug it in, previous period. So I got the previous period here. This is 2009, all right? So this must be 2008's number. I plug this number in, and Google translated it simply as amount. Not very enlightening. However, what we're going to do now is use a little deduction, and we can say that the column here is the previous year, and therefore the column adjacent to it must therefore be the current year. That's not good enough. Fortunately, I'm going to use this as an excuse to introduce a new document. And this one was put online last year by Chinese company analyst. You can see him at his website here, or you can find him at seekingalpha.com and searching for Chinese company analyst. He received the same sorts of documents I received. He got the documents for 2008. I got the documents for 2009. He translated them and put them online. Here we got our current year, and his translators, his professional translators, and I hired some translators myself, which I will give to you at the end of this broadcast, an URL to which you can see the documents. But right now, here we got the current year here. You can see that they translated that from here. So we're looking at current year. 2009, previous period was 3,694,000. Now, I would expect that if he's got the 2008, what is my previous year for 2009 would be his current year for 2008, and it is 3,694,000, 3,694,000, 921.51, 921.51. These documents were received independently, and they match up. I took that number, 3,440,950.61, which is a big number in yuan, plugged it into the xe.com website currency converter, and we come up with $530,000, which is not very much. That is for the whole year 2009. Here's an SEC document, a little clipping from the SEC document, 2010 10K, the Shanghai Shining's income statement is for January through December, so it's only fair that I use the same time period for China-Biotics subsidiary. So we're going to begin here with January through March. We're going to take the 15 million, 15 million, 17, and 23, and you can just add those up in your head real quick, and you can see that we're not anywhere near, even with one single quarter, to the $530,000 that was claimed in China as revenue. I took those numbers, added them up here, came up with $71 million. That is a difference as a ratio of 140 to 1. We're not even close. China-Biotics is $70 million off. Total revenue for 2009 as claimed in China was approximately $530,000. For the same time period, China-Biotics claimed revenue of over $71 million USD in its SEC filings. This is a difference of more than $70 million. If you want to see the original documents as I received them, I posted them online. tinyurl.com, hopefully that's easy to remember. Then the ticker for China-Biotics, CHBT, and Shanghai. There's also a written presentation of what I've just given you. And tinyurl.com, CHBT, 70 million. And this is basically exactly what I've just shown you here, except in written form, and you can take your time and click on the various graphics. Also, some of the translations that I showed you in Google here, you can view live there. You will be actually at the Google Translator. Okay, thank you very much. Once again, my name is Matt Berry, and I have a short position in China-Biotics. Everyone should do their own due diligence, and everyone must take responsibility for their own investments. Thank you.